The NSCN-IM has criticized the agreed position signed between the Government of India and the NNPGS, asserting that it should not be equated with the framework agreed. The group reiterated concerns over the delay in implementations of the historic 2015 agreement and accused some Naga representatives in Parliament of undermining the issues. Kohima Village Youth Organization has reminded the public that the one-way traffic rule from Mission Compound to Ura Academy remains in effect. Vehicles coming from Ura Academy are restricted. The Department of Tourism, in collaboration with the Department of Industries and Commerce, organized a one-day workshop on the Tripura Transformative Industrialization Scheme funded by the Government of India on February 13. The Meghalaya High Court has directed state authorities to complete the inspections of all weight bridges by April 30 after appeal revealed that overloaded vehicles are passing unchecked, leading to a revenue loss. Nltv English Prime Time is brought to you by Trump Footwear. Hello and welcome to Nltv English Prime Time. This is Chanchan Kasar and now the news in detail. 120 students from Hope Academy Chumukedima along with 6 faculty members recently visited the School of Agricultural Science at Nagaland University. The ground explored specialized units like the Entomology, Insect Museum and Plant Pathology Disease Museum and engaged with faculty and project leads. The trip culminated with a fruitful interactions with the Pro-Vice Chancellors Professor Akali Sema and DN Professor L. Daiho. The visit was coordinated by Dr. Senturenla Jamir and Dr. Sarila Zeti Sangtam from SAS-NU. The Sumi Hoho has passed a resolution to stop all forms of taxation imposed by various Naga political groups in the Sumi inhabited areas, effective from January 1, 2025. This move aims to eliminate multiple taxation issues and promote Naga unity, transparency and accountability. The ITKK, a collective of 20 villages in Zonibodo district, has pledged full support for this resolution, ensuring its strict implementations in related news. The ITKK has emphasized that all development works within its jurisdictions must adhere to government-approved plans with a focus on quality and transparency. In the JEE Main January 2025 result, 4 students from Kota Ellen Coaching Institute and 1 online student scored a perfect 100 NTE score. Among them, Om Prakash Behra received a perfect 200 out of 300. Other top scorers include Rajit Gupta, Saksham Jindal and Anurav Singh. The students attributed their success to hard work, guidance from teachers and focused preparations.
और रिजल्ट वास्तव में बहुत शानदार रहा है कोटा का। कोटा के लोगों की शुभकामनाएँ, टीचर्स की मेहनत, बच्चों की मेहनत, पेरेंट्स का विश्वास, ये सब मिलकर इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट आया है। कोटा से पूरे एलन से अगर बात करें तो 5 बच्चों ने पूरे इंडिया में 100 परसेंटाइल प्राप्त करे हैं। उसमें से 4 बच्चे एलन कोटा के हैं क्लासरूम के और 1 बच्चा हमारा ऑनलाइन टेस्ट सीरीज़ का है सर।
वहाँ पे वो जो मॉड्यूल्स वगैरह होते थे, टीचर्स बहुत अच्छे से गाइड करते थे और असाइनमेंट्स वगैरह होते हैं। तो अगर आप वो थोड़ी-सी इच्छा के साथ करें, तो रिज़ल्ट अपने आप अच्छा हो जाएगा, आपका परफॉर्मेंस बहुत इम्प्रूव होगा।
The planning part is to be considered. It was all from Alan's side. I had not thought about. I was not thinking much about planning all this stuff. The Alan, whatever Alan provided, I was following that. And if I talk about JEE Mains, from the previous 2 months, we had shifted our focus a little more on JEE Mains. Like we were focusing on NCRT, doing the previous year JEE Mains questions, and so that helped a lot. It maintained a flow, and hence the scores came rather than just studying about the concepts and all. They should also try to develop exam writing skills. Basically, sometimes it happens that we know the answer to a question but we cannot execute it in the exam time. So I would like that everyone also tries to develop that habit of sitting for 3 hours and trying to do the questions under the time pressure only.
The Rengma LLC has submitted an urgent appeal to the Director of Urban Development in Kohima, urging the immediate restoration of the circular road in Simeonu district headquarters. The RSZ highlighted the deteriorating road conditions which caused several hardships, especially during the dry season due to excessive dust pollution. The organization warned that without proper drainage and blacktopping before the monsoon, conditions will worsen, impacting daily life, emergency services, and essential transportation. Kohima Village Youth Organization has reminded the public that the one-way traffic rule from Mission Compound to Ura Academy remains ineffective. Vehicles coming from Ura Academy are restricted except for ambulance and emergency vehicles. The rule, which has been in place for years, faces violations hindering smooth traffic flow. Since February 12, KVYO has imposed fine of Rs500 in violators, with 80 vehicles penalized so far. The organization urges the public to follow the regulations for better safety and traffic management.
And one way traffic rule Kohima village council bara order dia lagta ase rule to notun enabi nohe 20 years back amihan laga leaders kan bara order dia lagta one way rule laga ena dise to ki karne order dise goile to amihan especially mission compound road to aro northeast ja laga bisi traffic jam hoi jay traffic jam hoine bosti tak ahi jay আৰু ইটো একটাতো ট্ৰাফিক জাম এনা হোৱাটো ইয়াতে কলেজেছ আৰু স্কুলছ খান বি বেছি আছে এইটো বাচ্চা খান যা অহা লাভি এইটো আমি চব ব্লক হৈ যায় এইটো কাৰণে কহিমা ভিলেজ কাউন্সিলটো 20 years back এইটো ৰুলটো দিছে ৱে বেক ইন 2009-10 এইটো ৰুল দিছে হ'লে বি ফ'ল' নকৰি থাকিনে এইটো বাৰহে আমি খান এইটো এনফৰ্চ কৰা আছে এনফৰ্চ ইন দ্য চেন্স কি আমি খান এতিয়া কালি অৰ্ডাৰ দিছে আজি এনা এনফৰ্চ কৰি দিছে এনা এইটো মিন হয় সিন্স লাষ্ট উইক আমি খান নিউজ পেপাৰ খান দে মিডিয়া খান দে ছ'চিয়েল মিডিয়া খান দে চব দি দিছে মানডে টিউজডে দে আমি খান উৰা একাডেমীৰ ওচৰতে খাৰা থাকি কিনে মানুহকে চবকে কৈ দিছে কি এইটো ওৱান ৱে আছে দে এতিয়াতো এইটো পাৰ্মানেণ্ট ওৱান ৱে হৈ যাব কিনে চবকে থাকিনে এনা কৈ দিছে কালিৰ পৰাহে আমি খান এইটো পেনাল্টি লোৱাটো কালিৰ পৰা লোৱা চলোৱা হোৱা আছে আৰু এইটো পেনাল্টি এনা লোৱা এনা কিবাটো ইটোৰ পৰা আমি খান ইয়াতে মিছন কম্পাউণ্ড ৰোড স্পেচিয়েলি এইটো ৰোডটো অলপ ভাল বনাবলৈ এইটো পৰাই ঘূৰাইছে এতিয়া এইটো ওৱান ৱে ট্ৰাফিক ৰুলটো মিছন কম্পাউণ্ড পৰা উৰা একাডেমি যা লগা এইটোতো ৰাস্তা আহিব পাৰিব হ'লে বি ন' এণ্ট্ৰি এনফৰ্চ হোৱাটো উৰা একাডেমি পৰা মিছন কম্পাউণ্ড যা লগা এইটোহে আমি
In a key consultative meeting at its Kohima office, the Naga People's Front discussed vital politics and regional issues. The party reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening grassroots engagements and revitalized activities calling on former members to return. It also urged faster negotiations in the Indo-Naga peace process and opposed the central government's border fencing plan, which could affect traditional Naga ties. Additionally, the INPF emphasized the need for political stability in Manipur, opposing president's rule and advocating for the reinstallations of democratically elected government. The Department of Tourism, in collaboration with the Department of Industries and Commerce, organized one-day workshop on the Uttar Purva Transformative Industrialization Scheme, funded by the Government of India on February 13 at the conference hall of the Directorate of Tourism. The objective of the workshop was to highlight the opportunities and benefits offered by the Unnati scheme and how it can support the growth and development of the tourism sector in Nagaland. The workshop was attended by tour operators, homestay owners, hostelers, restaurant owners, NTA representatives and other stakeholders in the tourism industry. Resources person include Cholzo Sophie, DY Director of Industries and Commerce and PIU Consultant. The NSCN-IM has criticized the agreed positions signed between the Government of India and the NNPGS, asserting that it should not be equated with the framework agreement. The group reiterated concerns over the delay in implementing the historic 2015 agreement and accused some Naga representatives in the parliament of undermining the issues. NSCN-IM called on Prime Minister Modi to reaffirm his commitment to the framework agreement and urged for a genuine resolutions to the Indo-Naga talks. Matchday 6 of the Nagaland Super League delivered high-scoring thrills as Frontier Warrior FC triumphed 6-4 over Sechu Zubza FC, while Barak FC cruised to the dominant 5-1 victory against 27 United FC. In the final game, Nagaland United SC beat Long Tirok FC 3-0, handling them their first loss of the season. With this result, Barak FC stayed at the top, while NUSC moved to second, just 2 points behind. The Income Tax Bill 2025 is set to be introduced in Parliament on Thursday. The bill aims to simplify tax law by replacing complex terminologies such as assessment and previous year with tax year. It will overhaul the 6-decade-old legislations, replacing 298 sections with 526 sections in a new 622-page law. The new bill will come with effect on April 1, 2026 after parliamentary approval. Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal has announced that the centre is working to provide global waterway connectivity to Tripura. The government is developing a waterway through the Gomawati River in South Tripura, connecting to the Bay of Bengal. The road will expand to Bangladesh, Kolkata, Paradip, Visakhapatnam, and even Myanmar's Sitterwell port, boosting the region's trade potential.
आज त्रिपुरा में जलमार्ग में भी काफी विकास हो रहा है। गोमती नदी में जो भी 8 टर्मिनल बन चुका है, हम बांग्लादेश होके त्रिपुरा को ग्लोबल कनेक्टिविटी देने के लिए मोदी जी का निर्देश है। और आपका दुम्बुर जो लेक है, इस लेक में भी हम भविष्य में उनको अलग अलग वाटर स्पोर्ट्स से लेकर क्रूज, रिवर क्रूज, लेक क्रूज, सभी व्यवस्था को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हमारा मंत्रालय से भी कदम उठाया गया है। We are like developing jetties, particularly through Gomti rivers, will connect Bay of Bengal. Okay, it will not only restrict to Bangladesh, but through Bangladesh will connect Calcutta, will connect Paradip, will connect Visakhapatnam, will connect Situa even. So because we want to give global connectivity, because Tripura is a very, very important fertile state in the country. And Tripura has the ability to produce a lot of goods which has created a global market for the country.
Polling for 110 local councils and 534 village councils concluded peacefully on Wednesday. Mizoram recorded a 64.76% turnout in the village council polls and 33.24% in the local council elections. Some elections were rescheduled due to the death of a candidate. Elections were not held in 9th VCS as candidates were elected unopposed. Chief Minister Manik Saha has issued a stern warning against those attempting to revive insurgency in the state, promising strict action against anyone found aiding it. CM Saha highlighted the state's progress under the current government, emphasizing its commitment to peace and socio-economic development, particularly for women. The CM also laid the foundation stone for 5 projects worth ₹40.58 crore in the West District, marking a new milestone for Tripura's development. Chief Minister of Meghalaya has lauded the recent Ed Sheeran concert in Shillong, calling it a significant milestone for the city's growing concert economy. The event has helped strengthen Shillong's position as a top destination for live performances in India, aligning with Prime Minister Modi's vision for a vibrant live event scene. The successful concert has brought positive impacts on local tourism and business, and the state is optimistic about hosting more international events in the future. Manipur police have registered an FIR in connections with the illegal sale of activated SIM card using fake identities. These SIM cards are being misused by antisocial elements for extortion and intimidations. Several raids have been conducted and authorities are urging mobile service providers to enhance verification process to prevent further misuse. Strict legal actions will be taken against violators. The Shamator District Social Welfare Department ICDS project held an orientation training for Anganwadi workers and helpers on February 12th. The training attended by all Anganwadi workers in the district covered topics such as nutrition, delivery, Aadhaar enrollment, the importance of preschool and job responsibilities. Resource person from the department led the session aimed at enhancing the skill of Anganwadi workers for better community service. Fuel supply across Arunachal Pradesh has been severely disrupted as oil tankers from the Indian Oil Corporation are on strike following the detentions of 2 tankers by Assam authorities. The tankers were seized over issues related to mandatory transit passes, while Arunachal-bound tankers have temporarily been exempted. Concerns over potential fuel shortage are raising. IOCL is in talk with Assam authorities to resolve the matter and secure the release of the detained tankers. Today, the opposition has accused the BJP of relying on spreading lies due to a lack of real issues. They assert that the people are intelligent enough to differentiate between the truth and rumor, and that despite the false claim, their focus remains on continuing their work.
देखिए, बीजेपी के पास आज कोई मुद्दे नहीं हैं और झूठे आरोप पर निर्भर मुझे लगता है कि भारत के लोग राजनीतिक रूप से बहुत सक्रिय है और इस पूरे झूठ और भ्रम के बीच में जो असत्य है ये सब वो देख सकते हैं। वो झूठ फैलाते जाए, हम अपना काम करते रहेंगे। आने वाले साल में असम में विधानसभा के चुनाव होंगे, हम असम के मुद्दे उठाएंगे, बेरोजगारी, महंगाई के मुद्दे को उठाएंगे। आज मणिपुर में किस प्रकार से शांति।
The Meghalaya High Court has directed state authorities to complete the inspections of all weighbridges by April 30, 2025 after a bill revealed that overloaded vehicles were passing unchecked, leading to a revenue loss. The court ordered the government to submit a list of all weighbridges by February 19, 2025 and emphasized the need for spot inspection during peak traffic hours. The government is also required to file a report by May 2, 2025. Three tourists from Tripura stranded for over 8 hours near PTTSO Lake in Tawang district due to heavy snowfall were successfully rescued by Army on Tuesday night after their motorbikes skidded on the ice. They sought shelter in a bunker and sent out an SOS. The Army responded quickly, bringing the tourists to safety, providing them with food, warmth and medical aid. By Wednesday, they were safely back to their hotel, grateful for the timely rescue. Noida police destroyed 646 kilograms of ganja worth over 1 crore on Wednesday. The cannabis linked to 134 cases across 7 police stations was disposed at an industrial unit in Kasna, Noida.
दिनांक 12 फरवरी 2025 को माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट और डीजी मुख्यालय नारकोटिक्स के निर्देशानुसार लगभग 646 किलो गांजा 646 किलो गांजा के विनिष्टीकरण की कार्रवाई हुई। यह गांजा करीब करीब 7 थानों से लगभग 134 मुकदमों से संबंधित था और इसकी मार्केट कीमत लगभग 1 करोड़ 25 लाख रुपए के आसपास है। इंसिनरेटर के माध्यम से
Opposition MPs, including Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi Vandra and Rahul Gandhi, staged a protest in parliament over wild animal attacks in Kerala. They demanded the central government aid to protect the life and livelihoods of communities along coastal and forest bordering areas. Priyanka Gandhi expressed concerns over the death of 7 people in Wayanad since December, urging both state and central government to provide funds for mitigation efforts.
It's since December 27th, 7 people have been killed by wild animals in Wayanad, and it's a very worrisome situation, and central government, state government have to send funds to mitigate this problem, because when I spoke to the local level people, they're trying their best but they don't have enough funds. So it's a very worrisome situation and they urgently need it.
India's star opener Shubman Gill has made history on Wednesday by breaking Hashim Amla's record to become the highest run scorer in ODI cricket after the first 50 innings. Gill achieved this feat during the final ODI match against England, scoring 112 runs off 102 balls and winning player of the match. With this knock, he surpassed 2,500 career runs in ODIs. Noida Cyber Police have arrested a 45-year-old fraudster from illegally dumping a man of rupees 55 lakh. The accused Satish lured the victim via WhatsApp to invest online, defrauding him of the money. The police registered a case against Satish under an IT case and IPS sections. Investigations revealed 6 other complaints against him from different states.
कुछ समय पूर्व नोएडा निवासी एक व्यक्ति के साथ साइबर अपराधियों द्वारा इन्वेस्टमेंट के नाम पर अधिक मुनाफा कमाने का झांसा देते हुए साइबर ठगी की गई। प्रकरण साइबर क्राइम पुलिस स्टेशन के संज्ञान में आते ही इसमें अभियोग पंजीकृत करते हुए विधिक कार्रवाई आरंभ की गई। साइबर क्राइम पुलिस स्टेशन की टीम द्वारा लोकल इंटेलिजेंस व गोपनीय सूचना के आधार पर एक व्यक्ति को गिरफ्तार करके जेल भेजा जा रहा है। अभियुक्त पर अन्य कई राज्यों में एनसीआरपी की कंप्लेंट्स दर्ज हैं। अन्य अभियुक्तों पर भी कार्रवाई प्रचलित है। कुछ समय पूर्व नोएडा निवासी एक व्यक्ति के साथ साइबर अपराधियों द्वारा इन्वेस्टमेंट के नाम पर अधिक मुनाफा कमाने का झांसा देते हुए साइबर ठगी की गई। प्रकरण साइबर क्राइम पुलिस स्टेशन के संज्ञान में आते ही इसमें अभियोग पंजीकृत करते हुए विधिक कार्रवाई आरंभ की गई। साइबर क्राइम पुलिस स्टेशन की टीम द्वारा लोकल इंटेलिजेंस व गोपनीय सूचना के आधार पर एक व्यक्ति को गिरफ्तार करके जेल भेजा जा रहा है। अभियुक्त पर अन्य कई राज्यों में एनसीआरपी की कंप्लेंट्स दर्ज हैं। अन्य अभियुक्तों पर भी कार्रवाई प्रचलित है।
Avian influenza has been detected in Andhra Pradesh, West and East Godavari district, prompting swift containment efforts. The outbreak has led to the culling of thousands of birds, severely affecting local poultry business, as fear of the virus spread to nearby areas like Vijayawada. Chicken prices have dropped and retailers are facing losses. Telangana has also ramped up border checks to prevent the virus from spreading. Authorities are working to control the situation.
Avian influenza has recently been diagnosed in two forms, one form in West Godavari and another form in East Godavari. When farmers have reported that huge mortality has been recorded, then our veterinary teams have rushed to the spot, and then we have identified that birds are dying, and then we have collected samples and processed the samples initially at our state level laboratory VBRI Vijayawada. Then after having confirmation that this may be the highly pathogenic strain.
Devotees continue to flock to Sangam in large numbers to take a holy dip on Wednesday. Over 2 crore devotees gathered at the sacred site to mark the occasions of Maghi Purnima.
मेरा नाम शिलावती गौड़ा है, कर्नाटका कलबुर्गी से। हाँ, महाकुंभ में हाँ कर लिया। कैसा लगा? बहुत अच्छा लगा। नहीं, बहुत अच्छा लगा। हमें बहुत पुण्य हुआ, मोक्ष लगता है ऐसा। हम हमारा गाँव में आ रहे। मोक्ष यहाँ के व्यवस्था के बारे में? हाँ, व्यवस्था बहुत अच्छा है। हाँ, सब लोगों के हाथ में है ये व्यवस्था अच्छा होने के।
नाम क्या? अशोक चितकोटी, फ्रॉम कलबुर्गी, कर्नाटक। आप यहाँ पे स्नान कर लिया? कर लिया। कैसा आपको लगा यहाँ पे? ये अच्छे लगे सब, परवाह नहीं है, सब मेंटेनेंस अच्छे है। इतने भीड़ में रहे तो भी क्लीन।
The Nakiran Arc in Matutavani has demolished after a court order as it was obstructing traffic. However, during the late night operations, a pillar collapsed onto a JCB machine, causing a tragic accident. The JCB operator died on the spot and the contractor was severely injured. Local residents have raised concerns about the lack of safety measures during the demolition. Shiv Sena leader Aditya has slammed NCP chief Shrabhat Pawar for honoring Eknath Shinde at the functions in Delhi. Tripura accused Shinde of betraying the party and weakening Maharashtra's backbone. He also voiced concerns over voter fraud and the state of democracy in India, stating that the BJP is aiming to dismantle regional parties and destroy democracy.
जो भी महाराष्ट्र के खिलाफ काम करता है, जो भी महाराष्ट्र के हित के खिलाफ काम करता है, और अगर आप महाराष्ट्र इतने बड़े राज्य के खिलाफ काम करोगे, जाहिर सी बात है देश पे इसका इम्पैक्ट होता ही है, नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट देश पे भी होता है। तो जो महाराष्ट्र द्रोही है वो देशद्रोही भी होता है। उन्होंने सिर्फ ना हमारी पार्टी को तोड़ा है, ना परिवार को तोड़ने की कोशिश की है, लेकिन महाराष्ट्र की जो रीढ़ की हड्डी इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन उसे तोड़ी है। अगर आप देखें तो किसानों की आत्महत्या ज़्यादा बढ़ी है तो इनके समय में बढ़ी है। काफ़ी सारे किसान आंदोलन हो, महिलाओं पे अत्याचार हो, युवाओं की बेरोजगारी हो, पिछले 2-2.5 सालों में जितनी बढ़ चुकी है, ये देशद्रोह है, ये महाराष्ट्र द्रोह है। और ऐसे गंदे काम करने वाले इंसान का कभी भी हम सत्कार नहीं करेंगे, ये हमारा प्रिंसिपल है। कल राहुल जी से कल देर रात को मुलाकात हुई, आज अरविंद जी से मुलाकात हो रही है। इसका तात्पर्य यही है कि जो भविष्य है हमारे देश का, आज भी एक कोहरे में है, एक धुंधला हो गया, क्योंकि अगर आप देखें तो पूरे देश में हर कोई चुनाव जो होता है, वोटर फ्रॉड और ईवीएम फ्रॉड, ये दोनों अगर सिस्टम्स अगर आप देखें तो हमें पता ही नहीं चलता कि हमारा वोट जा रहा है कहाँ। फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शंस क्या हमारे देश में हो रहे हैं, क्या चुनाव हमारे फ्री एंड फेयर है, ये पूछने का आज वक्त आ गया है। और हम प्रिटेंड कर रहे हैं, हम एक बर्ताव कर रहे हैं ऐसे कि हम डेमोक्रेसी में हैं, लेकिन शायद हमारी डेमोक्रेसी अब नहीं रही है। ये जो प्रिटेंशियस डेमोक्रेसी है उसे दूर करने के लिए हर एक पक्ष को साथ में आना होगा। कर्टसी में विजिट तो थी, कल राहुल जी के साथ थी, आज अरविंद जी के साथ है, लेकिन देश भर में जो हमारे साथ हुआ है या फिर जो आज केजरीवाल साहब के साथ हुआ या कांग्रेस के साथ हुआ, कल होते होते बिहार में नीतीश जी के साथ भी होगा, उनकी भी सीट चली जाएगी और भाजपा सत्ता प्राप्त कर लेगी। आरजेडी के साथ होगा, फिर चंद्रबाबू जी के साथ होगा। और भाजपा का यही सपना है कि हर एक रीजनल पार्टी को तोड़ा जाए, मरोड़ा जाए और खत्म किया जाए, वैसे ही जैसे उनको देश की डेमोक्रेसी को करना है। कि आज और कल की जो कर्टेसी मीट्स है उससे आगे जो रोड मैप।
World champion De Gugesh campaign in the freestyle chess Grand Slam ended in a tie-breaking loss to Hikaru, who advanced to 5th place playoff. Despite a strong start, Gugesh faltered after a tactical error in the second game. Meanwhile, Vincent Kiemer claimed a brilliant 1.5 to 0.5 win over Magnus Charles, securing his spot in the finals. Charleston will now compete with third player against either Fabino Karinos or Javokir Sindarov. Heavy security have been deployed in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch region after Pakistan troops violated the ceasefire on Wednesday in the Krishna Ghati sector. Security personnel are conducting patrols and vehicle checks at multiple points. This ceasefire violations follows the tragic death of 2 Indian Army personnel, including a captain, in an IED explosion near the LOC in the Angnur section. National Commission for Women Chief Vijaya Rahakdar has condemned YouTuber Ranveer Alabadia's remark on the India's Got Talent show about parents, calling them unacceptable. The commission has issued summons to those involved for further investigation.
देखिए, पूरे सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पे जिस तरीके से बातें हो रही है, ये बातें कोई हमारे सभी के लिए बिल्कुल शोभनीय नहीं है। बहुत ही गंदे भाषा का इस्तेमाल इसमें हो गया है और उसी के साथ साथ माता पिता के बारे में इस तरीके से बात होती है, ये कभी भी स्वीकार्य नहीं है। इसकी तो मैं कड़ी निंदा भी करता हूँ, पर इतना ही करते हुए नहीं चलेगा। नेशनल वुमेन कमीशन ने इसका संज्ञान लिया है और हमने इस विषय में जो लोग थे उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे, उन सभी को हमने कमीशन के सामने हाजिर होने के लिए हमने उनको सम्मन निकाला है। 17 तारीख को दोपहर 2 बजे।
Congress MP Shashi Tharoor has suggested that there may be positive developments regarding the Russia-Ukraine war with President Trump potentially leading the change. Tharoor noted that peace is only achievable when both sides are willing to negotiate, and it appears Trump sees an opportunity for the resolution. US Defense Secretary Pete also commented that NATO membership for Ukraine is unrealistic and that KYIV should prepare for a negotiated settlement.
Peace is only possible when the parties are ripe for peace. That is, when they are prepared to consider seriously embarking upon peace. And for some time it was believed that neither party was ready because both parties felt they could gain on the battlefield, and that's what they were trying to do. Whereas now it seems fairly clear that President Trump has sensed an opportunity, and there is willingness, already some signals coming out from the Americans that the Ukrainians should be prepared to surrender some territory and not look forward to their pre-2014 borders. So there's likely to be some developments. I think we have to watch it with interest. It is really a matter for the two countries above all.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Washington, D.C. for crucial talks with U.S. President Donald Trump. The two leaders are set to meet on Thursday for their first bilateral talks since Trump began his second term last month. US President Donald Trump has announced that the Russian President Vladimir Putin have arrived to start negotiations to end the war in Ukraine immediately following a lengthy and highly productive phone call with Putin. Trump also spoke with Ukrainian President Zelensky.
To President Putin of Russia. They spoke at length, and the president released a statement following that conversation in great detail. I can also confirm that the president just recently got off the phone with President Zelensky of Ukraine. His truth is as follows. I just spoke to President Zelensky of Ukraine. The conversation went very well. He, like President Putin, wants to make peace. We discussed a variety of topics having to do with the war, but mostly the meeting that is being set up on Friday in Munich, where Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio will lead the delegation. I am hopeful that the results of that meeting will be positive. It is time to stop this ridiculous war where there has been massive and totally unnecessary death and destruction. God bless the people of Russia and Ukraine. I myself just spoke to the president about these calls, and he told me to tell all of you they were very good calls, they were very positive, and the administration is wholeheartedly committed to a peace deal to end once and for all the Russia-Ukraine war.
Nltv English Prime Time has been brought to you by Trump Footwear. That is all for the Nltv English Prime Time. For more news and updates, keep watching Nagaland TV.